So we're here at Chicago O'Hare, and we just finished doing a little live stream video in case you might have caught that. And I see that we just missed catching this thing in the live stream, a beautiful NCA 747 cargo. And I don't know if you can make it out behind me, but it's quite beautiful in this almost setting sun here in Chicago. We'll just take a moment to watch this. It is gorgeous. It's time to head to the terminal and take the next flight, which will be the video you're about to see, Delta 717. And I actually don't think I've ever been on a 717, so that's fun for me. And it's also fun that for the good of this video and for the fun of you, the audience, instead of sitting up front at the pointy end where I usually like to find myself, I put myself in the back row, or nearly the back row, in order to be right next to one of those engines at the back of the 717. It's just a short flight over to Detroit, probably about an hour, maybe less, but it should be a fun one. So come along and we'll see how it is in the back row of the 717. But okay, let's get to the fun part, sitting right next to this engine, which looks absolutely massive out the window. It's a pretty basic interior, but comfortable enough for short flights, and the 2x3 layout on the 717 is a good one. And I don't know of many ways you can get closer to an engine than this. So this ticks a lot of boxes for a short hop. On startup and taxi, the two engines create a kind of symphony as they go in and out of phase with each other. Pretty fun.
If needed, life vests are located underneath your seat to use. You would remove the vest from the container by pulling on the tab and then open the pouch. Pull the vest over your head, fasten the straps to the front of the vest, and pull on the strap to adjust the vest securely around your waist. After exiting the aircraft,
At full power, I will say these are legitimately loud. Let's just say noise-canceling headphones are probably a good idea back here, especially if you're a normal person who doesn't like the sound of screaming jet engines. But then, if you are that type of person, you're probably not watching this right now. There is no service whatsoever on this short flight of under an hour, and no entertainment either. But who needs that when you have this view? Given that there isn't all that much to talk about in terms of the service, All that's left to do is enjoy this early evening 717 departure as seen from seat 27A. I mentioned in the last video how the 767 gives me nostalgia. Well, the 717 gives me plenty of nostalgia too, even though I've never been on one. The reason, of course, is that this is a successor to the infamous Mad Dog, the MD-80, which I flew countless times in my early 20s as an aspiring American Airlines Executive Platinum member. So when I needed to get from Chicago to Detroit, I sought out the 717 flight that Delta has on this route. Also, I don't know how Delta does it exactly, but in contrast to my very mixed experiences with United and American flight attendants, I've never met a surly Delta crew member, and everyone I encountered on this one, from the Sky Club staff to the gate agents to the flight attendants and even the pilots who thanked us for flying as we deplaned, was just so pleasant and nice. Delta's Sky Miles program may charge laughable rates for most redemptions, but based on this and a few other flights, I think I would become a Delta loyalist if I still lived in this country, purely based on not having to worry what kind of treatment I might get on any given flight. Not long after heading east across Lake Michigan, we start descent into Detroit. This was definitely a unique flying experience, and I'm glad I stuck myself in the back of this plane.
For the local time is 7:50. Please stay seated with your seatbelt fastened, secure and items shown until the aircraft is parked at the gate and the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign.
Thanks for coming along. In Detroit, for Flight Radar 24, I'm Gabriel Lee.